ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम्
वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्।
ॐ सहना भवतु
सहना भवतु सहनौ
सहनौ
भुनक्तु
सह
सह
वीर्यम्
वीर्यं
करवावहै
करवावहै
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा
तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा
विद्विषावहै।
विद्विषावहै।
ॐ
ॐ
शान्ति
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 शान्तिः।
शान्तिः।
ॐ तत्सत्। ॐ नमः शिवाय। Morning everybody.
ॐ शिवाय।
So we had completed the 11th section Khanda yesterday. We are on the 12th one and we will read mantra 1 to 5 of the 12th section. So Dwadasha Khandaha Prathama Adhyayaha, mantras number 1 to 5. Please unmute yourself. We will chant. अथातः शौव उद्गीतः
अथातः
शौव
शौवोद्गीतः
उद्गीतः
तद्धबको दाल्भ्यो ग्लावो
तद्धबको
तद्भको
दाल्भ्यो
दाल्भ्यो
ग्लावो
ग्लावो
वै मैत्रेयः
वै मैत्रेयः
मैत्रेयः
स्वाध्यायम् उद्व्राज
स्वाध्यायम् उद्वव्राज
स्वाध्यायमुद्राज
उद्व्राज
उद्वव्राज
तस्मै श्वाश्वेतः
तस्मै
अस्मै श्वश्वेतः
श्वेतः
प्रादुर्बभूव तमन्ये
प्रादुर्बभूव तमन्ये
श्वान उपसमेत्य ऊचुः
श्वानः उपसमेत्य ऊचुः
अन्नं नो भगवानागायतु
अन्नं नो भगवानागायतु
अश्नायं वा इति
अक्षनायां वा इति
तान् होवाच
तान् होवाच
होवाच
इह एव मा प्रातः
इह एव
मा
मा प्रातः
प्रातः
उपसंयातेति
उपसंयातेति
तदबकोदाल्भ्यः
तद्धबको
तद्भको
दाल्भ्यः
दाल्भ्यः
ग्लावो वा मैत्रेयः
ग्लावो
वो
वा
वा
मैत्रेयः
मैत्रेयः
प्रतिपालयाञ्चकार
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 देह देह यथैवेदम्
देह यथैवेदम्
बहिष्पवमानेन
बहिष्पवमानेन
स्तोष्यमाणाः
स्तोष्यमाणाः
सगंरब्धाः
सगुंरब्धाः
सर्पन्ति
सर्पन्ति
अत्येव माससप्रुः सुप्रुः
अद्यव
माससप्तुः
माससप्तुः
देह समुपविश्य
देह
देह
समुपविश्य
समुपविश्य
किं चक्रुः.
किं
किं
चक्रुः.
चक्रुः.
Okay, now in the fifth mantra, you see letter 3 after the O and various other places. That is the extension of the alphabet. Okay, so the tone has to be extended further. So, Om Adam,
ॐ
Om Adam,
आम्
Om Pibam,
ॐ पिबाम
Om Devo Varunah,
ॐ देवो वरुणः
Prajapatiः Savita,
प्रजापतिः सविता
Annamiharat.
Annamiharat.
Annapate.
Annapate.
To Annamiha Ahara Aharo Miti.
Annamihara haromiti.
Okay. So of course it sounds best when it is chanted traditionally. I just did it so that you know what those alphabets mean. The numbers mean. 3 means an extension. 2 is a little extension, less than 1 matra. So 1 matra, 2 matras, 3 matras. That is the meaning of those particular numbers. You will find them very often in Vedic chanting. So here there is an upasana being discussed or revealed by a dog. Now we might wonder why dog. So Shankara says that these are dogs. These dogs are basically rishis. They have taken on the form of the dog for blessing the Samaveda student. Shankara gives an alternative explanation also. He says these dogs can also be Pran Devatas, having taken on the form of the dog. So you can take it in both meanings. It can be rishis and who are, you know, very advanced rishis having all sort of yogic powers. So they have taken on the form of the dog for blessing the student, or it can be Prana Devata who has taken the form of the dog, again for blessing the student. The word Udgitaha here means in general Sama mantras. And this prayer is for Anna Samriddhi, means plenty of food, to avoid any shortage of food. And that is why here Shankara says this prayer has to be connected to the previous section. So if you remember the previous section, why is it that this prayer has to be connected to the previous section?
There was that hailstorm and Ushasti was in hunger.
Yes. Ushasti was not having food. And therefore, this prayer, Shankara says, has to be taken as a connection there also. And what is the solution for not having enough food? Is Shauva Udgita. The Udgita, the Ram mantra, which has been revealed by these dogs. Shauva Udgita. The student here is Bakaha. He has got, remember that there are 4 names over here. Bakaha, Dalvyaha, Glavaha, Maitreyaha. You can see all these in the mantras, but you should not get confused. They are not 4 students. They are just 1 student. 1 student with different names. So Bakaha, Dalvyaha, Glavaha, Maitreyaha. There is only 1 student. Now, grammatically, if you want to know why it is, you can look at the verb. It's Udvav Raja. Udva Raja is a singular verb. So, and Udva Raja means basically going out. What did he go out for? To do Samaveda chanting. So this, since the verb is singular, the subject of the verb, the student is only one. Therefore, the 4 names are basically referring to 1 student. So you can take it either in any of these names are fine, but we will look at Bakaha or Dalbeha. So he was going out to do Samaveda chanting. So on the way to the place where he was going to do the chanting, there was a Shwa Shwetaha. Shwa is a dog. Shwetaha is what?
White colored.
White colored dog. So Shwetaha Shwaha he saw, a white dog. And Shankara says again here that that white dog can be taken as either Pranadevata or a Rishi. And he says why? Because Shwetaha is the white color. White color indicates which guna?
Satvika.
Sattva guna. And therefore, this Shwa Shwetaha is a Sattvic dog, which means either the Rishi or Devata has come to bless the student. Okay. Now, while this student Bakaha was looking at the Shwetaha Shwaha, what happened? Anye Shwanaha Upasametya Uchuhu. It's fairly simple Sanskrit. Anye Shwanaha, another dog, Upasametyaha, came close, Uchuhu, and talked, said the following words. Just give me 1 second, please. Sorry about that. So, Anye Shwanaha, another dog, Upasametya, came close to where this dog was, and Uchuhu uttered some words, said something. What is it he said? Annam no Bhagavan Agayat. He says, Hey Bhagavan, oh Lord, please sing a Sama mantra. Right? Please sing a Sama mantra so that Annam Naha. We will get Annam. So Naha is Na plus Visarga. It is not Na. Na means no. Naha means us. So Annam Naha Bhagavan Agayatu. Oh Lord, please sing some Sama mantra so that we will get Annam. Why? Ashanaya, Ashanayam va iti. Because we are hungry and we need to eat. Okay. So the white dog said what? He said, Tan hovacha, the white dog said, Iha eva ma prataha upasamiyat. Upasamiyat. Okay, upasamiyat. Please come. Where? Iha eva matra. Here only you come when prataha, tomorrow morning. Okay, Shankara says here that this is a this is to indicate the vidhi, the instructions of the Veda, that mantra should be chanted in the morning. Sama mantra should be chanted in the morning. This particular sama mantra, asking for food, should be chanted in the morning. And therefore, currently the time was not correct. And that is why the white dog said, You come and meet me here tomorrow morning. Right? Why is it that so? Because the main devata for whom you invoke, the main devata you invoke for Annam is what? Who is who? Which devata is connected to Annam?
Surya.
Surya. Why?
Provides the energy for the plants and the
Sunlight.
Oh,
sunlight.
Sunlight which is used by the leaves of the trees in
Photosynthesis.
photosynthesis
it also provides the rain,
rains.
right?
Yes,
That is
yes,
why Surya is called Vaji. Vaji is Vajam means Annam, food, and Vaji means the one who provides, Annavan. And therefore, since the main devata is Surya, and when you do the chanting, when you do Vedic chanting, you should face the east, right? That is a traditional requirement. And when you face the east, when will Surya be in front of you?
In the
Only in
morning.
the morning. And that's the whole explanation for this. Come to this place tomorrow morning. He has to chant this Veda, this Vedic mantra, Sama mantra to Surya Devata. He has to face the east, and so he should be facing Surya Devata, and therefore it should be the morning. Right? Okay. So Bakaha. Bakaha is, remember the whole conversation is between whom? The other dogs and the white dog. Okay. Bakaha is not involved in the conversation. But he hears this conversation, he understands it also, and he also goes to the same place in the morning, right? So the morning, the white dog is there, other dogs are there, and the mantra says Bahish Pavaman, which means It requires the singers to move around in circles, right? So these dogs, they moved in circles, and him Chakruhu, they sang the Sama mantra. What was the mantra? That it gives Om Adam. Om Adam means please give us plenty of Anna. Right? And Om Pibama. Please give us plenty to drink. And Om Devo Varunaha Prajapati Savitaha. And all the devatas are being addressed. Varunaha, why? Because he brings the rain. Prajapati, why? Because he is Srishtikarta. And Savita, why? Because he is Surya Devata. He is the power behind the rain. And therefore, Annam hi ha harat, Annam iya aharat. May you all bring Annam to us. And Annapate, O Lord of Annam, Annam iya ahara. May you bring plenty of Annam. And it is repeated again. Aharom iti. The repetition indicates the mantra has been completed. Okay, so that is the 12th Khandaha, the 12th section. Now we will go to the 13th section, Trayodasha Khandaha. We will chant the first 4 mantras. Let's chant. Please unmute yourself. Ayam Vavaloko
Ayam
Ayam
Vavaloko
Vavaloko
Ha Ukaro
Ha
Ukaro
Ukaro
Vayurha Ikaraha
Ayurha Ikaraha
Ikaraha
Chandrama Athakaraha
Chandrama
Chandrama
Athakaraha
Athakaraha
Atme Ihakaraha
Atme Ihakaraha
Atmikakaraha
Agnir Ihakaraha
Agna Ihakaraha
Agnirihakaraha
Aditya Ukaro
Adit Ukaro
Adityo
Nihava Ekaraha
Nihava
Nihava
Ekaraha
Ekaraha
Vishve Deva Auho Ekaraha
Vishwe
Vishve Deva
Deva Auho
Auho
Ikaraha
Ekaraha
Prajapatirhinkaraha
Prajapatirhinkaraha
Prajapatiringkaraha
Pranaswaraha
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 Annam Ya Vagvirat
Annam
Annam
Yavagvirat
Yavagvirat
Anirukta Trayodashaha
Aniruktstrayodashaha
Anirukttrayodashaha
Sthopa Sancharo Hunkaraha
Tobhasancharo
Sancharo
Hunkaraha
Hunkaraha
Dugdhesmai Vagdoham
Dugdhesmai
Dugdhesmai
Vagdoham
Vagdoham
Yo Vacho Doha
Yovacho
Dohaha
Doha
Annavanannado Bhavati
Annavadannano Bhavati
Annavananoti
Ya Etamevam
Ya Etamevam
Etamevam
Amnam Upanishadam Veda
Samnam
Samnamupanishadam
Upanishadam
Veda
Veda
Upanishadam Vedeti.
Upanishadam
Upanishadam
Vedeti
Vedeti
Okay, so now you are getting another Vipassana, but here the Alambanam, the locus of invocation is different. Okay, so it's a different Alambanam. Till now, remember that the Alambanam in most of the Upasanas was Udgita. Right? Now here we are going to take another part of the Samamantra called Sthobaha. Sthobaha. Sthobaha is a technical term, paribhasha, shabda, as they say, referring to certain sound symbols which are used only for purely for the chanting purposes. Okay, they do not have a particular meaning at all. They are used only in chanting. So words like ha, vai, uhu, we have seen this. So in English, we can call them particles. They are used for emphasis, but while they give emphasis to the sentence, they don't have a particular English meaning or any meaning for that matter. So in Samaveda, these particles are called sthobha. It's a paribhasa shabdaha. Now, there are 13 sthobhas, and on each sthobha, one devata is going to be invoked. Therefore, it can be called sthobha upasana. Why do they use such a complicated method of upasana? Remember that in the old days, before you came to the Upanishads, you had to first do the Parayana regularly and without textbooks. And since you are doing the Parayanam day in and day out, Sthoba is very familiar. It's a familiar entity for these people, and therefore it is used as Alapa. Right. So today, if you look at, we do mostly Puranic Alapanams. Shivalinga, Saligrama, Krishna statue, Rama statue. These are the Alambanams on which we invoke the Devata. These are all Puranic Alambanams. But here we talk about Vedic Alambanams. This is Sthobaha is a Vedic Alam. Why do we use Puranic Alamanams? Because we are familiar with Shivalingas like Saligramam, Rama statue, Krishna statue, Devi statue. We know all these, we are familiar with them. But just like that, in the old days, the Vedic students were very familiar with Sthobaha. That is why Sthobaha is being used. So in Mantra 1, there are 5 Stobahas and 5 Devatas. In the mantra, if you look at, the first word is in the order, taking the order. The first word is Devata, the next word is Thobaha. Okay, now you don't see the word Thobaha anywhere in the mantra, but the word Karaha, Kara, should be taken as Thobaha. So you see that line. I am Vava Loko, How Karaha, I am Loka. So Sthoba is what? How. Right? So how Kara means how Sthoba. You're following? How Kara means how Sthoba. Vayu Hai Karaha. Now if you look at this, I am Vava Loko, how Karaha. What is the order? Loko, how Karaha. I am Lokaha is this world. This world is what? Prithvi Devata. Right? So I am Vavaloka indicates Prithvi Devata. Aukaraha indicates the Sthoba. So Vayu Devata, that means Prithvi Devata is to be invoked on How Sthoba. Are we clear? Similarly, Vayu Hai Karaha. Who is the Devata?
Vayu,
Vayu. What is the Sthoba?
Aikara.
Haikara.
No. Kara means Sthoba.
Hai.
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 Ha,
Right. So Vayu Devata is being invoked on Hai. In the previous one, Prithvi Devata is being invoked on how. How is the Sthoba? How Kara means the Sthoba, which is how. Hai Kara means Sthoba, which is high, which is high. Okay. Similarly, Chandrama Athakaraha, Atme Ihakaraha, Agnihi Ihakara. Right? 5 Devatas, 5 Sthobas have been mentioned. Now, in Aditya, in the mantra number 2, Aditya Ukaraha. It's very clear. Aditya is being invoked on Sthobaha. Nihava Ekaraha. So Nihava means an invitation, right? And this invitation is for various devatas. Who are they? Vishwadeva, Vishvedeva on Auhoikaraha, Prajapati on Hinkaraha, Pranaha Swaraha. So the one thing to be noted here is that the suffix Karaha is missing from Swaraha. Okay, so it's Pranaha Swara basically means Prana Devata is to be invoked on that Sthoba, which is Swaraha. The Karaha is missing. We have to supply. Then Annam Ya Sthobaha. So, Sthoba is what? Ya. Anna Devata on Ya Sthobaha. Vak Virataha. Right. Now here you should carefully note. Vak Virataha. There is a reversing of the order. Which is the Devata? Which is the Sthoba?
Virat is the Devata.
Virat is Devata. Vak is the Sthoba.
Sthoba.
Sthoba. Right. We should take it here that Vak doesn't mean tongue. Why? It's a Sthoba. It's a sound symbol. And therefore, don't take a grammatical meaning for these Sthobas. They are only sound symbols. What has happened so far? 7 Devatas and 7 Sthobas have been given here. Now, mantra number 3. Aniruktaha Trayodashaha Sthobaha Sancharo Hunkaraha. Trayodashaha means this is the 13th Sthoba. How? 7 in the previous mantra, 5 in before that. So 5 plus 7, 12. Trayodashaha is the 13th Sthobaha. And Aniruktaha. Aniruktaha means Aniruktaha, that which cannot be said, that which cannot be talked about, that which cannot be defined. So mysterious. And Anirvachaniya is the meaning of Aniruktaha, which cannot be defined at all. Sanchara. Sanchara is a movement. Therefore, Anirukta Sanchara is the Devata. This is the way you have to, in this particular mantra at least, the Devata is Anirukta Sanchara. That Devata who moves mysteriously, who cannot be defined. Who is a Devata?
Unknown Devta. Does it mean that?
It means the non-definable Devata who moves mysteriously in all the 3 worlds. Which is, what is to be connected to Aniruktaha, Anirvachaniya?
Nirguna Brahman.
Maya.
Maya.
Anirvachaniya is only Maya. Okay. So Aniruktaha means Maya. And when you say Maya, and we're talking about Devata, what Devata is it?
Is it Durga Mata?
Saguna Ishvara. Okay.
Saguna
Very
Ishvara.
simple. Brahma, Maya Sahita Brahman. You are not to get confused. They're all very nicely written words. The meaning is pretty clear. So, Anirukta Sanchara Devata it is. The one who moves mysteriously in all the worlds. And that is the 13th Devata, that is Saguna Ishvaraha. What is the Sthobaha? Hunkaraha. Who? Hung is the Sthoba. Right? The 13 Devatas have been talked about. 13 Stobas have been talked about in the 3 mantras. In mantra number 4, the Falashruti is given. The benefits. He says, Etam Samnam Evam Veda. So here Samnam refers to the Sthobaha. Right? Whoever knows this Sthobaha, Etam, in this manner, which manner as defined in the previous 3 mantras, Dugdhai Asmai Vak Doham Yo Vacho Doha. Right? So, Asmai Vak, his speech will be Yugdhai, as like the milk. For him, his speech will be like the milk of speech. That is a sweet speech. His words will always be very, very sweet. A person who has studied the 13 sthobas in this manner, for him, his words will always be sweet. He will never offend anybody. So that is one particular phalam. The other one is Annavanannado Bhavati. He will get lots and lots of food. He will never go hungry. And ye etam eva samnam. That repetition now is to indicate that the adhyaya is also over, the khanda is also over, the adhyaya is also over. So in this first adhyaya, parts of the Sama mantra have been taken as alama. But this is the first chapter itself is over. Okay. Right. Any questions?
Om sir, I just want to understand this. I know it is karma kanda, but when we are doing these thobas, does it mean when the priest is reciting in that particular thoba, he is assigning it, or he is thinking of that particular devata, or is it that the way to understand?
No, the priest recites simply because you don't know the mantras. Okay.
Okay, but then the sthoba has to be. I mean, when he says the sthoba, there is some significance. No, it is for a particular devata.
This is the upasana for the East Toba. There is a particular devata to be invoked. It's already given in
Yes,
this. When you
yes, yes.
invoke, mentally the whole visualization has to be there, right? The Toba is
Right.
there and invoke.
Yes, that's a visualization. Right. Okay, Acharya.
And mentally you have to
Understood.
invoke. It's like you're invoking, Lord Shiva on the Shiva Linga. What do? You
Shivalinga.
mentally invoke, right? Same thing here is happening.
Right.
The Alambanam
Okay.
is the Toba and the Devata is the Devata. Right.
Correct.
Now
Okay.
we move to the next chapter. So we will chant the next chapter, first section. So Dvitiya Adhyayaha Prathama Khandaha. We will chant the first four mantras. So please unmute yourself. Samastasya khalu samnaha
समस्तस्य खलु साम्नः
Naha.
upasanam sadhu yat khalu
उपासनं साधु
Sadhu yat
खलु
khalu.
sadhu tat sameti
साधु
Sadhu
तत्समेति
achakshate yad sadhu
Akshate yat sadhu.
tadasameti
तदसामेति
Sameti.
tad utapyahu
Utapyahu.
samna enam upagaditi
Samnipagadi.
sadhuna enam upagadityeva
Sadhunenam upagadityeva.
tadahu asamna
Tadahu samna.
enam upagaditya
Enam upagaditya.
sadhuna
Sadhuna.
asadhuna
साधुना
Una.
enam upagadityeva tadahu
Dahu.
athotapyahu
Dahu.
samanobhateti
Samanobeti.
yat sadhu bhavati
Yat sadhu bhavati.
sadhu bhatetyeva
Sadhu vateteva.
tadahu asamanobhateti
Dahu asamanobeti.
yat asadhu bhavati
Yat bhavati.
asadhu bhatetyeva tadahu
Sadhu vateteva tadahu.
somebody is not breaking up correctly. It is not sadhu. Asadhu bhatetyeva tadahu.
Asadhu vateteva tadahu.
They're absolutely opposite meanings. Okay, so if you're chanting for karma kanda, you will receive the absolutely opposite phalam of what you want if you don't break the words properly. Okay, right. So ye etad evam vidvan
Ye evam vidvan.
sadhu sameti upasate
Asate.
abhyasah yadenam Sadhavo dharma
Sadhavo dharma
chakacheyu
gacheyu
upajanam yeyu.
upachanameyu.
Okay. Samastasya khalu samnama. Samasta khalu. Okay. Samasta khalu samna. Indeed, it is the samasta sama which is the alambana. Okay, so here what is the difference? In the previous section, what did we see? We took parts of the sama mantra, right? As the alambana. We had some 5 parts, 7 parts, all those we took. But here, mantra starts by saying, Khalu tasya khalu samasta sama. That alambanam is the samasta sama, the entire mantra, right? So, what is better? We have done upasana on parts of the sama mantra, and here he is saying, do upasana on the samasta, complete, whole sama mantra. And which is better, upasana on the part or upasana on the whole? Obviously, upasana on the whole. So he says, upasanam sadhu. Okay, sadhu means better, good. So when you take the whole mantra, it is a sama mantra. And therefore, the word sama itself is good. Because sama means what? Harmony, rhythm, beauty, etc. Therefore, the music is called sama because when it's sung, it sounds beautiful, sadhu. Therefore, he says, yat sadhuhu tat sameti achakshate. Yat sadhuhu, whatever is good, tat sameti achakshate. That is called sama. And this is why I said the breakup should be correct. And yat asadhuhu, whatever is not good, tat asamaha. It is called asamaha. So sama means that is good. Asama means that which is not good. And he gives an example. Samna upagayaditi. Samna upaga. So when a person comes with good intention, upaga is the word. Upaga means approaching. So samna upaga. The person comes with good intention. Sama means good, right? Samna upagaha. The person comes to you with a good intention. Asamna enam upagaditya asadhunaha. And when a person approaches with a bad intention, asamna, it is asamna upaga. It is approaching you with a bad intention. Right? Just remember the usage of the words. Samna upaga is approaching with good intention. Asamna upaga, approaching with a not good or evil intention. Okay. In mantra 3, he says, Samano bateti yat sadhu bhavati sadhu bat ityeva tat. So, but here is the particle, the exclamation, meaning oh, right? So, nayat sadhu bhavati. This is the, so this is a continuation of the earlier line. Asamna enum upagayati, upaga, itya asadhanaha. When the person approaches me with a bad intention, what do I say? Naha yat sadhu bhavati. Right? So, you have to look at this particular line has to be connected to samna upaga. When a person approaches with a good intention, what do I say? Naha, for me, yat sadhu bhavati. This is good for me. Right? Similarly, asamano bateti yat asadu bhavati, asadu bateti eva tadahu. When somebody comes to me with something which is not good, it is called asamaha. I say, oh, it is not good for me. So this is the upasana. The Sama mantra has to be seen as good, sadhu. What is the phalam? Yat enam sadhavo dharma chagacheyu. Whatever is good, all the noble qualities will be acquired by that person who meditates, who does upasana on the Sama mantra as sadhu. So, upachanam yevahu. These virtues will come and it will be available to this person. All the good virtues. So, what is the first upasana? It is to see the Sama mantra as good. Seeing Sama as sadhu is the first upasana. That is the first khanda of the second chapter. Now we are going to the second khanda, Dvitiya khanda of the second chapter. And so Dvitiya adhyaya, Dvitiya khanda, mantra number 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, so we will chant. Lokeshu panchavidam
लोकेषु
पञ्चविधम्
पञ्चविधम्
sama upasita
राम
Upasita
उपासीत
पृथिवी हिंकारः
पृथिवी हिंकारः
Karaha
अग्निः प्रस्तावः
अग्निः
प्रस्तावः
प्रस्तावः
अंतरिक्षम् उद्गीतः
अन्तरिक्षम् उद्गीतः
आदित्य प्रतिहारः
आदित्यप्रतिहारः
और्निधनम्
Yornidhanam
निधनम्
इति ऊर्ध्वेषु
इत्युर्वेषु
So in this mantra, you are going to see all the parts of the mantra are taken. So we discussed earlier that Sama mantras can have either 5 parts or 7 parts, and each part is called a bhakti. Right? So on each of those bhaktis, you invoke a devata and do the upasanas. Okay. So in the following mantras, in the following khandas also, you will find that this kind of upasana is being done. There are 5 bhaktis. So 5 bhaktis are being named here. Earlier on, we named only 3. Now these 5 bhaktis are being named here. So the one is Inkaraha, one is Prastavaha, one is Udgitha, one is Pratiharaha, and one is Nidana. Okay, so there are 5 bhaktis. You should note them down. Inkaraha, Prastavaha, Udgitaha, Pratiharaha, Nidana. These are 5 bhaktis. And from this khanda up to the 8th khanda, these 5 bhaktis are the alambana. And 5 devatas are going to be invoked on each of these bhaktis. Now, devatas are connected with lokas, right? So, this can be called Adi Loka Upasana, right? So, Lokeshu Panchavidam Sama Upasita. One should do Sama Upasana in 5 ways in regard to these lokas. Now, I'll just compress what the mantras say. I'll give you the alambanams and the devatas. Okay. So there are 2 ways of that Shruti presents this. Once it presents in the ascending order, and once in the descending order. So let us see both. So first is the ascending order, which is called Aroha Kramena. The presentation is in Aroha Kramena, it's in ascending order. What is the Alambanam? I'll give you both. Alambanam is Hinkaraha. The Devata is Prithivi. The second Alambanam is Prastava. Devata is Agni. Third Alambanam is Udgita. Devata is Antariksham. Fourth Alambanam is Pratihara. Devata is Aditya. And the fifth Alambanam is Nidhanam. Devata is Dhyav. So, and therefore he says, Iti Urdhveshu. This is the ascending order. Aroha Krame. Then he has to give it in descending order, which is called Avaroha Kramena. Aroha means ascending, Avaroha means descending. So now this first mantra has presented the Aroha Kramanam, ascending order. The second mantra is going to present the Avaroha Kramanam, the descending order. So we will chant the mantra number 2. Athavritteshu
अथावृत्तेषु
Gauhinkaraha
यौहिंकारः
Aditya Prastavaha
आदित्यप्रस्तावः
Antarikshamudgitaha
अन्तरिक्षमुद्गीतः
Agni Pratiharaha
अग्निप्रतिहारः
Prithvi Nidhanam.
पृथिवीनिधनम्.
Now, if you look at the list that I gave you, so that's why he starts with Atha Avritteshu. Now in the descending order, right? Remember that the sequence of the Alambanam remains the same. Inkara, Prastava, Udgita, Pratihara, Nidhanam. What happens is the sequence of Devatas is reversed. And therefore, in this, the descending order of Upasana, the Alambanam is Hinkaraha, Devata is Dhyav. Prastava is Adityaha, Prastava is Alambanam, Devata is Adityaha. Alambanam is Udgitaha, Devata is Antariksham. Alambanam is Pratiharaha, Devata is Agni. Alambanam is Nidhanam, and Devata is Prithvi. One Devata and one Alambanam remains unchanged. Which is that?
Aditya.
Antariksha.
Why does it remain unchanged? Because it's a series of 5,
Yeah.
and therefore the middle will remain unchanged. But the order has been reversed. Right? So this is the Avritteshu, the Avaroham, the descending order. And what is the Phalam? We will look at the third mantra. So we'll chant. Kalpante hasmai loka urdvascha
लोका
ऊर्ध्वाश्च
avrittascha
आवृताश्च
etad evam vidvan
एतदेवं विद्वान्
lokeshu panchavidam sama upasate.
लोकेषु पञ्चविधं सामोपासते.
So this is the Falashruti, and he says Asmai Urdvascha Avritascha Loka Kalpante. Urdvascha Avritascha Loka. All the pleasures of these lokas will come to that Upasaka. And he Asmai Kalpante will provide him with all the pleasures that these lokas can provide. And Etat Vidvat Lokeshu Panchavidam Sama Upasate. The Upasaka who worships in these five alambanams and these 5 devatas. Okay. Are you tired as yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we should do one more. Can we do one more?
Yes, Acharya, we can.
Yeah. So we will look at the Tritiya Khanda, mantra number 1 and 2. Vrishtau Panchavidam Samopasita
वृष्टौ पञ्चविधं सामुपासीत
Purovato Hinkaraha
पुरोवातो
Mego Jayate Saprastavo
मेघो जायते स प्रस्तावो
Varshati Saudgito
वर्षति स उद्गीतो
Vidyotate
विद्योते
Tanayati Sapratihara
तनयति तिहार
Grannati Tannidhanam
Udgranati tanidhanam.
Varshati yasmai varshayati.
Yasmati varshayati varshayati.
Haya etad evam vidvan.
Etad evam
Evam vidvan.
vidvan.
Vrishto panchavidam samopasate.
Drishtam panchavidam
Pasate.
samopasate.
So it's better if you all make a chart with this. Okay, that's why you'll know immediately in one glance. So alambanam is the same. Inkara, Prastava, Udgita, Pratihara, Nidanam. In the same order. Devatas change. Devatas are different over here. All the devatas are connected with the Vrishti, the rains. And therefore this can be called Adivrishti Upasana. Right? What are they? Hinkaraha is the alambanam. Devata is Purovataha. Prasthava is the alambanam. Megho Jayate is the devata. Udgitha is the alambanam. Varshati is the devata. Pratihara is the alambanam. Vidyotate sthanayati is the devata. Nidhanam is the alambanam. Udgranati is the devata. If you look at Purovataha, Purovataha is the wind that comes before the rains. Okay. The rain-bearing clouds. Megho Jayate is the clouds that are formed and brought in by the wind. So Puravata is the wind which comes before the rain, the wind which brings the rain-bearing clouds. Megho Jayate means the clouds that are being formed and which are being brought in by the wind. Then Varshati is the rain itself. Then Vidyuta Stanayati, lightning and thunder. Udgranati is withdrawn. When the cloud goes away, the rain stops. The cloud withdraws the rain and the rain stops. What is the phalam? Varshati. If such a upasaka is there who has done this kind of worship, there will be enough rain. And also varshayati. Wherever he goes, rain will come there. So not only will he get enough rain, wherever he goes, rain will also come there. This is the upasana for the rains. So with this, we'll stop here and we will resume from the fourth khanda in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti
Shanti
Shanti
Shanti.
Om Tat Sat
Hari
Om
Om
Namah
Om
Shivaya.
Tat Sat
Thank you for
Om
your
Namah
patience.
Shivaya.
Namo.
Thank you, Acharya.